Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Workplace Reality Podcast. My name is Elizabeth EBA. I'm your host for today. And here with me are my guests.
It is some Davis Mariam.
And
I am Victor. It's all good.
welcome back. Today we are diving into the topic what people think matters but doesn't really, especially in job seeking. Here we look at their degrees, their CV, and maybe the years of experience on how they run into it, thinking that yes, they are qualified for the job. But so I don't know, I would like my guests to look into this and give in the reason. What do you think, please?
All right, Victor, considering what people think matters and what doesn't, let's look at the syllabus. Everyone says your CV, it best things. But for me, I feel like CV is just the first impression. It's just the first step. It starts with the CV. Yes, your CV needs to be good for you to get into the door. But that's not what keeps you there. I don't know. That CV is not just what keeps you there. When recruiters look at your CV, they don't take time. Actually, it is currently now it is the ATM, the ATS system rather, that looks at CV, the ATS scans and visualizes the CV before it gets to human eyes. And then when it gets to human eyes, they just believe that, like, let's meet this person. Because the machine has already done its job. So it is when you have been met, that is when the real recruitment starts.
So what do you think? Sorry, what do you think about maybe the degrees? Maybe they will feel like I've gone to school, I've gotten standard and
In today's world, currently degrees is important. Most big companies they look at degrees, but that the degree is not the first thing. Degree matters. It matters the most, especially if you have a second degree. It matters, but it's not the first thing they look at.
okay, that's nice too. Let's hear from our next guest, Sir David Singh. What do you think?
Thank you so much. Yeah, I know you gone to job seeking, recruitment, candidates in for job. You cannot exclude CB. CB is one of the main things that really matters in job seeking. No, I see a lot of people when they talk about CB, they think that it's a paper. CB is not a paper. It's not that paper you're just giving up. CB is curriculum vitae. Like the Latin word for CB, I think is course of life. It's a document that sums up not that was sums up professional experience, professional careers, professional skills, professional academic. It sums everything up. It's like a document. It's a front runner for you. Without CV, you're not going anywhere. I'm telling you the facts.
I don't know. Can I comment, sir?
You have
It's very important.
Let me just.
But what most job seekers post these days are resumes. And recruiters don't take time to look at resumes, especially now that we have ACS. In these times, when job seekers send resume, they send resumes, but the resumes gets to human eyes after the machines and done the filtering and the other scores. So now these recruiters the resume is like a first impression. Okay, so let's meet you. Hello, we are met you right now. After the resume, they now go, okay, can this person work here? Cultural fit.
Wait, that meant to me. And do you know that you are even responding to a recruiter? Like, this is my department. It puts me when I hear people say that CV doesn't matter. That's the best thing. The first thing I check when I'm shortlisting them for job.
Okay.
I don't. No.
But people can lie on their CV.
I want to ask something.
I'm coming to that. So, curriculum vitae is a front runner. I mean, even though you work in oil company or real estate, this is the first thing you said to them. And no matter how busy the HR is or the recruitment officer and the HR department, they take our time to scan. No matter how busy it is, the person has to at least 6 to 8 seconds to scan your CV. It might not be reading it, but must scan. Someone that studies civil engineering, once the HR or in my work as a recruitment officer, once I open civil engineering, then I can see BSc civil engineering or HND engineering. Then I look at all the things. But now I'm trying to see that civil engineering has already given me job.
I agree.
That is the first step. For the fact I'm seeing civil engineering, I know this person at least. Let me calm down and check. But imagine opening CV and it's not well organized, it's scattered. This one I don't know what he's doing. It's already a no-no for
But you
me.
know that's not
Are you
already
saying it
designed
matters,
as
but it
organized
doesn't matter?
CV.
What I'm saying is CV is just the first point.
Someone, yes, it doesn't matter. I don't think it matters because I'm already designed and organized CV. Like you will see some CVs that amaze you,
Yes.
but like when you come for the interview, you see them start struggling to answer questions that they work on their CV.
What we should look at is interviews
Okay.
and meetings.
Okay, no,
Why be
problem.
listening? And
I have something to say. about
everybody
that.
can put nice talks on
I
his
have
system
something
and
to-
everything.
I have something to say about that. I've been in a situation I shortlist for candidates. The CV might not be okay. Then we see make him call, hello, Mr. A or Mr. Jake. Why don't you do it like this? Why don't you do it like that? You see, the person might not even be qualified for that particular job role. Once he or she go for an interview, be like, hello, Mr. Recruiter, I got the job. That's joy. That's what CV can
There's
do.
really recruiter that
That's
has
what
the time
CV can
to do
do.
that.
No, you have to give CV its accolade. You can't just say that it's just
I'm not saying
Them saying it's not part of it.
But I'm saying
It's like
that
it's
CV
ticket.
is not
It's
the
getting-
though you are not
It's
saying
not
that
the
it's not
best step for
important,
this.
you are not giving it
It's what
accolade.
needs to recruit our
Like, or you're giving it
It's
the
not really
you know the
giving
percentage you
target.
are talking about. Maybe the
Given
percentage.
the job
Mm.
in a scale of 1 to 10,
Yes.
CV is like 5.
I doubt that. If you say it's like 5, like you're even contradicting yourself because you want to say that it don't really matter. If you
That's
say it
the
doesn't really
point.
matter at the first piece of your words, you should be there.
What mean you get the job?
They saw the CV. They say invited you for an interview. Are you seeing? So why didn't you just see the CV and they'll
And
say
if
you're
you
employed?
give you the job and they can.
I still put it to you that someone that can't defend himself and that can defend himself when called upon, that don't have a good CV will never be invited.
In Nigeria today, there are people that have very good CVs. People pay CV writers to write this CV for them, but they
That's
still
his
don't
struggle.
get
Yeah,
called
that's his
for
struggle needs
jobs.
to get job to
They
now.
still don't get called.
Why do you think so?
Why is it so?
I'm a recruiter in my department. I haven't come across any good CV and
It's because
no,
companies
very
look
versatile.
beyond CVs these days, and most CVs are not
I don't think
reviewed
it's
by
yeah, it doesn't matter.
the machine does the review. And it's just a few that gets to recruiters, and even when you are invited for an interview, that is just the first step.
Serious.
During the
That's why I
interview,
said it's an
that's not that
entry.
you are getting
It's
a
an
job
entry
or
ticket
not.
to the job. It's not that
See.
just you get a CV, you are employed.
Still on stage.
I'm
CV
with you with that. CV is
Still on
but
stage.
CV just
is that
to
is
me,
accurate.
it's just a person.
It's part of getting a job, but it's not really the key to the job. Because even if you design your
CV is even the last
you
thing.
package it so
We haven't even spoken
like,
about cultural fit.
Do you know this is my department? Someone that's not well qualified has gotten a job because of CV. So if you don't want to give
Yeah,
CV,
did they
it's
last?
accolade.
Did they last?
He's working. He's
Did they
working.
last?
I can't give you name. He's working.
This is last the company. It's because the person is a fit. The person fits with the company's culture,
Maybe
and
they
it's not
see-
because of their CV.
maybe
The
they
CV is
see-
just the first point to meet.
That's another.
maybe they're saying the skill of the person. If the person
Yes,
dies, they're
the
saying the
person was
skill.
actually skilled and good.
Even the
person
skill
was
doesn't
actually a
even
good fit
matter.
for that culture.
Even the skill doesn't actually
For the culture
matter. I
that
think
they have.
what really matters too is their competence, how they made the company go. So if maybe the person last there, even you say with the CV or without CV, the person, you see the person work hard to make that company go, they say, okay, you can remain here even without CV.
We are not only emphasizing the importance of CV. But to me, I think CV is not what is.
Do you know if I start working with this great company, before I start working with this great company, I don't know what it means to arrange CV. When we graduate from, we were like, yeah, at least you're not a graduate, just do one or two and well, submit your CV. I post anything and you just hold on, let me let you understand something. Before I start working with this esteemed company, Keres Consult, before I start working here, I believe when I graduate from school, maybe you graduate with your 2-1 or your first class, you will just submit your CV like that onto the cybercraft or use your system and do a little thing and just submit. I don't have that mindset that CV really matters. See, when I started for job, when I don't get called. What is it? I found that I'm nipping, fighting against myself. I'm like, my really, people are fighting me. Not that I'm the one fighting myself. You see me putting clustering things that doesn't really matter as a CV. I remember the last time I started, okay, I'm waiting for inventory manager. I'm adding as a bartender that I have worked in 2015. It doesn't really matter. It has got to do with your career. You're not going to say inventory manager. So I think that CV
I agree with
is because of this CV that I'm now looking at a good company. And Kenneth,
give you an invite. I agree. But that is where it ends, an invite. The next steps doesn't have anything to do with CV. CV can only make start for you, can only make the companies call you. Then it is when you start an interview, it is really interview, that's when the real process starts.
still on stage.
But let's not
Still
give
give it
you your
as
CV, okay? I mentioned some things. I said degrees and years of experience. If you look at some of them, the years of experience, they've worked for long. But why are they still having issues working without your field? Or
I don't think has anything to do with degrees. If you are struggling to get a job, maybe you're an engineer, you got an engineering degree, you are registered with Korean and other institutional bodies, and you are struggling to get a job, I'm not sure it's because of your degree.
we talk about CVs a lot. So let's bring into degree, because a lot of people feel like having degree, yes, I'm qualified, having my years of experience, I'm fit for the job because with only my years to count. So what do you think too about that? What do you think, Salim Sim?
Wow. You do it? It is very important. It really counts. It matters. This somebody say, it doesn't matter the course you studied in school or your discipline, that you will do this one, you will do this one. But I found out that it's not even a fact. It's not even a fact. It's far from the truth. Degrees matters because let's be logical and let's be reasonable. This is my department. I work in a medical officer in the HR shortlisting department. I recruited. So we face a lot of things. When a client meets up, be like, hello, Mr. Kenneth, this is what I want. I need an accountant. I want the person with BSc accountant. I don't want anyone that without BSc accountant. And sometimes I be like, hello, ma, I can see someone banking and finance, but work experience is accountant. They say, no, if the BS is not accountant, I don't want to see the person in office. And this is the problem. They say some civil engineer and their work experience might be in mechanical aspects. You understand? Civil engineer, their work experience will be the mechanical. But if you recruit them as a mechanical engineer, client will reject them. I'm not seeing BSc civil engineer. I'm also so particular mechanical engineer. Or we that study the economics, they say that they want us to work as applying for maybe financial reporting and someone in business. I mean, it's a related field. They said no. If it's not that particular field, you are not going to work. So, but
in terms of flows, that degrees don't matter.
I won't really doubt that, but I'm trying to tell you that you cannot just say that degree was on that degree. I agree. It matters. Someone, okay, even when working for all this supermarket, FMCG, industry, I need someone that study business. When you say someone that study mathematics there, even though the person is a businessman, I don't want a mathematician. I just want someone that study business. I think this is school of thoughts. What you believe or what you want might not be what the other clients want.
There are people that work in the bank, but they did not study banking and finance. There are engineers that work in the bank, like people that studied law, and they're still working in the bank.
That's true.
Yes.
But why? But like, this is a key ticket to job seekers. It's not really like the main thing for job to get a job. But why do you think they use that degree to just get a job?
It depends on the role. It depends on the role. There are some roles, like law, for example, you need to have your license, and you need to go to law school for you to pass this one, like medical courses and medical and area.
So you're trying to say a law student can work in a bank?
Look, there are very many people that work like a bank.
Like I say,
There are engineers that work
skill of thoughts.
You can hear and check.
What you want is different from what's on client home. I have faced this same money, and it's just the problem normally. It is so person. This not this particular BSKB, the person should not call. So if I see that's it.
Okay, I've had your various points on what you talked about previously on the degree, saving, and need of experience. But let's look at the interview aspects. What do you think? Why don't they get this job during a cab too? Sadiq, what do you take, please?
Wow. So we actually coming to the last part of securing a job.
Yes, sir.
Wow. So interview, like you will pass the first stage, pass the second stage, to the extent of getting hello or so back from maybe from your email or WhatsApp. We need a social company. That's a great gift. You need to maximize it. When you're in the boardroom, let them know that you're a problem solver. Tell them that this is what you can do. You are not just going there to just drop your CV because you have been invited. You have an open space to sell yourself. Instead of telling them that we work as a customer sales rep, let them know that when you are a customer sales rep, you help the company grow their sales from 30% to 70%. You let them know that instead of telling them that you're a social media manager, let them know that you grew social media page from 2,000 Instagram followers to 15,000 Instagram. You're already on the age to get the job.
Very low.
Compared to the thousands or hundreds of people. So you set structure. You don't just wake up in the morning because you have an interview or you just WhatsApp. You have to set structure. You spit it. You prepare for interview. No matter how good you are. You can't be going for maybe in business development manager when you get there. What is BD and like it's not really making sense. You need to prepare yourself.
On interview, I think from my experience, 80%, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but 80% of the time, or when it concerns interview, it boils down to cultural fit. I mean, you can be confident, you can communicate clearly, but you can have the competence, the experience, you can have it all and still not be called by the company. Because companies these days, they look at cultural fit. Do you fit their culture? Are you someone they can work with? Are you someone that fits them? Can you last in their company? You might have results. You might have competence. You might know your job. You might know everything. You might answer all the questions well in the interview and still not be called back.
Okay, I think maybe
Because
most companies they are looking at.
Yeah, it's most of the
Can you-
companies now. They
can you
look at,
sell
do
the
you fit
company?
our structure? Do you fit our culture? Can you work with us?
I think
There are some people they go to interview, they don't even really say anything, they don't really answer any question.
I think
But
they
then
they consider. I think they can.
Advocacy calls them.
Yeah,
I think they consider that after considering what I just mentioned.
Yes.
I think they consider
That's
that
very-
other particular one that I just mentioned
Tell you so.
because you need to be confident, you need to say yourself. You'll be giving the ball to shoot.
Does this get us the job?
Say yourself, it shows confidence now. Okay. About what you said about selling yourself, yes. But you know that some employers are not looking at your skill. They're looking at what you can do. Can you solve problem when it comes to the company? Can you? That's what they're diving into. They are not just looking at you submit the CV, you're invited for interview, and you start selling yourself like, yeah, do you have the competence? Do you have the confidence to, or do you have the problem mindset to help them solve problem and make the company grow? What do you think?
Wow. Well, I'll start answering that question. There is a problem we in Nigeria, the kind of new graduates normally have. It's a general problem. Do you know that 70% of Nigerian graduates are not computer literate? I have seen situation a computer scientist or a computer engineer is going to a cybercraft to print out the CV. Your best can't even handle Microsoft. Imagine, no matter how good you feel like you're in first class and you are good in something, you can't use Excel to do normal quotation or invoice. You're already using that job. You won't get it because nobody has nothing to teach you. Companies rather, okay, with person A and person B, they are looking for a job. Person A can save 5, but person B cannot save 5. If like, let's say person B graduate with maybe 5.00, company will not look this way because person B is not need to give them stress. I'm trying to tell you that computer illiterate is a problem. Illiteracy is a problem. And Nigeria new graduates. A lot of people in this school, they don't have the ability to be learning computer, practical computer, not theory. That's why at Kenneth here, we have all the, you can register our existing company as a computer trainee. We train you, you know how to Office 88, Excel, Microsoft, PowerPoint. Those are the number one. Email. You will learn everything about all those things. And you'll be competent. So if I go for an interview, can you come that? Yes. Only that yes alone have introduced you without seeing your CV. Can you do this one? Yes. Can you do this one? Yes.
When you bring system for them, they can't handle it.
I'm telling you, a lot of person they can't. Someone good CV, through one content like can handle this computer, do this one. The person cannot. So what are you doing? What are you doing? I have to because okay, I work for a job to look for inventory manager. They later push me as a laborer because I'm not a computer literate. That's why I graduated second class over. I was laboring in that particular Altair store. When kind creep from here to here, sir, nah, this is Davidson. This thing no fits you. That was at the company. I asked to one for data analyst class, and I paid heavily for it. Now, competent, when I'm looking for a job, when I got to have yes, I'm a competent leader, I will drop it, bam, because I'm okay.
You know-
So apart from it, people, show yourself. Like I say, say yourself. Be computer literate and know what you are doing. Tell them you are here to solve problems, not just eat or earn salary. That's it. Becky.
So, Victor, what do you think about?
All right. When we look at what really matters and what doesn't, yes, your CV will get you into the door. Your CV will get you invited, but that's just the beginning. That's just like first impression, first points. Now, when during the interview, and I always say you can be very bold, very confident, very outspoken. You can answer all the questions well. But what the companies, what the employers are looking at, can you give them what they want? You might have been doing that thing in another company. You might have 2 years, 3 years, 4 years experience, but they might still feel that you can't give them what they want. And even where you can, they will still ask, if we take you, can you work with us? That's where cultural fit comes in. Teamwork. Most people don't have this. They are very good at what they do, but they can't work with others. They don't know how to succeed in a workplace. So you can look at your competence, your experience, and other things, but there are some soft skills that matters. Soft skills will help you keep the job when you get. So yeah, CV is important. These other things are important, but we might look at these other pieces. And I agree with what Sadenisi has been saying so far. Yeah,
That's true. That's true. Okay, you look at the confidence. You know that some candidates will just come. You'll be confident in the interview. They are ready to do this thing. So some of them will feel like they are confident, but I'm sure that's not confidence. That's arrogance. They're trying to just show themselves. They're not ready to do the work.
Show yourself. It's better you show yourself, dear.
Why you
It's not arrogant. Show yourself. It's better to show yourself than not show. It's work politics. Let them call you busybody. Like, it's better. Because they are asking themselves one silent question. How will this person help us? Show yourself. It's not arrogant. Instead of saying like this in an interview, and there is question, you're trying to be humble. No, you don't need to show yourself. Tell them what you can. Shout if you can shout.
But when they say, do this, can you do it? That's what I'm talking about.
No, see, that's one thing people don't understand. You see that particular person that is showing himself that is agile, that agility, mindset, concept, can even give you a job. If you give this person, will do it better. But that person that can do it well, but it's not,
yes,
they will be, can this person, you need to show yourself. Anyhow they want to put it, let them put it, but show yourself in interview. Let them know what you can do. It's like project defense. The end of your project. Even though when you don't know what to say, but keep on shouting. Even though you're making sense, just keep on shouting. But imagine you don't know what to say, like, that alone will discourage the lecturer.
So some of them come with confidence and still don't get the job. So come with arrogance and get the job.
That's why I say structure yourself. You read, you prepare. Don't just, because I'm going to interview. Hey, they call that so place, you rush. Yeah. When you get there, well, that's it. Prepare yourself. Structure yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay, viewers. This was an exciting one. This was an educative one and a brilliant one as of that. Thank you, Sir Davidson, and thank you, Sir Victor. As you heard from us, we advise you to make a rethink on how to prepare yourself for opportunities. So I will urge you to make yourself confident. You should stand out to communicate for interviews and also have the mind of problem solving. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on our social media handles. Thank you and see you on the next episode.